When you have Italian heritage and you grow up in Ohio, you know a thing or two about row crops. So when an opportunity presents itself to come to California and focus on some of these row crops, you turn your focus into creating some of the finest Old Vine Zinfandel we've ever tasted. Thank you for joining us today, Peter, here in this beautiful vineyard in Sonoma County.
It's my pleasure.
Absolutely. So tell me, how did you end up in the wine business? What was kind of your inspiration? And I understand you started from a very young age as a wine connoisseur.
Yeah, actually it started with my father, who was an immigrant Italian who came over from the old country with his old hand crank press and made wine for us. This was back in the Midwest. And we drank 3 fingers of that wine with every dinner.
Okay.
That was our meal. And I guess that's probably where it really started.
Okay.
And even when I was living in Southern California, I made many, many trips to the wine country. There was just something about it. As a matter of fact, I get kind of a feeling riding through the wine country to this day that brings me down off of whatever the heck is bothering me or troubling me. It's just something I like.
So these vines are authentic, real deal Old Vine Zin. I know a lot of people throw around the Old Vine term and they're not. Tell us the history of these vines.
Yeah, these vines were planted in 1900. So they're, what's that make them, 116 years old, something like that. They are legitimate Old Vine Zinfandel grapes. They don't produce a lot of fruit anymore, but the intensity and the complexity of the fruit in these vines is second to none.
So what led you to this region? Why this for Zinfandel?
This is in the western slopes of the Russian River Valley. There's a lot of volcanic ash in the soil. The roots are able, because of that, to be able to go very deep. That's how they've lasted 100 years plus.
Oh, absolutely.
And Zinfandel itself, frankly, I used to drink Merlots and Cabernets for the most part, and I've now become completely hooked on Zinfandel because it's really robust. It really has flavor that goes with pretty much anything. So I'm completely devoted to Zinfandel right now.
Yeah, that's great. And talk about, what is the flavor profile then, when it translates into the finished product?
It's very fruit forward. There's plums and raspberries, a little bit of spice. The thing that surprises everybody is that it finishes not like a lot of the heavy Zins, but it finishes almost like a cab. It's a very smooth finish.
So you've traveled the world, you've tasted wines all across the world. What is it that you love the most about making your own wine now?
You know, the whole wine industry is really a very lifestyle business, and the people that I've met in the wine business are second to none. I've just had a ball getting to know them, and getting to learn all of the nuances of making a good wine from my consulting winemaker is an education that I'm enjoying, and even at my age, and I figured if not now, when? This was something I've always wanted to do, and now I'm doing it.
That's great. Well, on that note, should we go taste some wine?
I think we should.
I think so. If not now, when, right?
If not now, when?
It was such a pleasure to spend some time with Peter Tonti. In many cases, the term Old Vine Zin is tossed around, but in this case, these old vines and this wine is the real deal, just like Peter himself. Enjoy, and thank you for your support.